All right, in the last episode, I introduced you guys to my new 1994 Stewart Stevenson M1079 van. Now, this has been, obviously, it was a military truck, and I've converted it to my global overland expedition vehicle. This week, I'm going to show you the inside of my new home. Now, bear in mind, it's not 100% done. I spent basically 8 weeks, 18 hours a day working on this thing. From the military, it's a 12-foot by 8-foot box. Insulated floor, ceiling, and walls. So it's a great base to build an overland house on. We're going to go inside and I'm going to show you kind of what I envisioned, why I did it, and some of the changes with this truck from the trailer, my Overland Expedition trailer that I've been living in for almost a year. So let's go take a look inside.
My name is Michael Ladden. I'm currently driving more than 220,000 miles around the world. First in my Mercedes Unimog and trailer, and now in my custom-built 1994 Stewart Stevenson Overland Expedition truck. This is my story.
All right, so now we're sitting inside the new Stewart Stevenson M1079. So let me give you a quick overview before I kind of give you a little tour around here. I'm going to divide it into sort of the kitchen area, my desk area, the bathroom, shower, wardrobe, bedroom. So the goal was to build this out quickly. I had about 8 weeks. So the time frame was on a crunch. The second thing, I was trying to do it on a budget. And when I say budget, what I mean is these trucks of this size in the overland sort of expedition truck world, you can go on the internet, you can Google stuff that goes for $300,000, $400,000, $600,000. That's not what we're looking to do here. So this truck in particular was a former military truck. And if you looked at it before I start, which that's what it looked like. Just kind of an institutional green box. In 8 weeks, I've been able to turn it into sort of what I can call my home now. But I wanted to put in fit and finishes that were reasonable, that were fairly lightweight. Not that the truck has a problem carrying weight, and I recently weighed in at about 22,000 pounds. So probably empty, it was pretty close to 19,000 pounds. So maybe about 3,000 pounds of living stuff was put in. That's including all my gear and everything. So not too bad. In the weight distribution, I was aiming for kind of even front to rear. The engine, the big Caterpillar engine in this, and the transmission are largely located up front. So the fronts are a little bit front heavy, I guess, if you will. So putting some weight in the back here has not been a bad thing. And as it's turned out, it's about 11,000 pounds, front 11,000 pounds on the rear axle, so pretty equal actually. So back to the fit and finish. I wanted it to sort of be light, bright, airy, a little bit different than my trailer. Has some big windows. You can kind of see them here behind me. These were courtesy of, actually came from the military, and they're swing out, which is really nice. When it rains, I can have all my windows and everything and my roof vents inside this home open and no water comes in. So that's sort of ideal situation. Keeps cross flow of breeze and everything, so it kind of keeps it cool. And I apologize in advance if my air conditioning, it is like, I don't know, 100 degrees out. I am in Gloucester, Massachusetts right now filming this. So if the air is coming on and off and it disturbs the sound, I apologize for that in advance. Anyways, So let me take you kind of through this. All of the finishes in here essentially are what I'm going to call non-wood based. So almost everything is either like the shiplap on the wall is plastic based. The flooring, if you notice, are holdovers from the Overland Expedition trailer. The floor and the ceiling, I've used the same materials. So they're basically vinyl based, plastic based. So everything in here. Now, before I get started, I know the question out there in the travel world is, cabinetry and, what the durability is, et cetera, et cetera. Well, I went, and I know I'm going to get some probably negative feedback on this. I actually went with IKEA-based stuff. And the reason that I did that was for a couple things. One, price. Like I said, I was trying to do this on a budget and not blow the bank on this total build. So this truck probably comparably would sell on the market by a, quote, professional outfitter for anywhere, I would say, from 5 to 8 times what it cost me to actually do this. So that's significant. So IKEA cabinetry, you're going to see some other things. Some of my lighting things are from IKEA. At the end of the day, what I wanted to do is make it, like I said, light, bright, and airy. Now, my main objectives on this build out, similar to what I had in the Overland Expedition trailer. Comfortable place to sleep. The difference here is my bed is permanent. I don't have to set it up, pull it out, or do anything at nighttime. 2, workspace for a full-size computer, being able to comfortably work and produce videos and photography and whatnot on the road. 3, unlike the Overland Expedition trailer, I wanted my kitchen to be inside. The ability to cook and produce food without going outside in the case of inclement weather or just moving around a lot. One of the goals for this truck, as opposed to having the trailer, was getting in and out of camp even faster. And you'll remember that the Unimog kept all of my equipment basically in the back in storage. So what would happen is I would get out, roll into camp, and my trailer was set up and kind of ready to go. But most of the items that I needed to use, whether it was a spatula or dry goods to cook with, or a spare blanket, as an example, would be in a box or a bin in the back of the Unimog. So I would have to go get it, and that makes for a little bit more setup and takedown. This truck, totally different. Way more storage space. That was a big goal, to have cabinets, a wardrobe for hanging clothes, and drawers for keeping clothes in. Something I did not have before. And I wanted a little bit more bathroom space. The goal of this build was that everything was inside the house. Now, I have underbody storage, and what I'm using, those boxes that are underneath the truck, and there's going to be some videos coming up more about how I built some of the exterior things and talking about what I'm working on inside the cab. But the underbody boxes now are really not for living stuff. They're more for, camp chairs, keeping the outdoor cooking stuff like the scuttle, the hoses and electrical connections and things for plugging in at RV sites, running exterior auxiliary solar power panels, stuff like that. So none of the stuff that is underneath the truck is going to be needed inside. So that was the goal. So storage is really a big one. I have air conditioning. I did not have that before. I spent last year without any AC in the Overland Expedition trailer. Luckily, there's not too many days that require that, but I'll tell you, the last couple days, it's been really nice inside here. So that is a difference. The inside kitchen is a difference. The storage is definitely different. And then I've done some stuff that I hadn't had before, like I put a TV in. I don't watch any TV really. However, it's great to beam up some YouTube videos and whatnot. Everything is Bluetooth linked. I did put a stereo system in this for music, which I'll show you guys sort of, everything. So I'm going to start here in the kitchen. I'm sitting right here at my desk is behind me, and I'm going to walk you kind of through, and hopefully if you've got any questions, you're building out your own projects, leave the comments down below and ask me. And if there's anything that you're more interested in that you want me to explain in greater detail, I can do that in different videos. But this is going to be kind of like just sort of an overview of showing you what's inside my new house. All right, let's get right to it. I apologize for the sort of wide-angle lens on this thing, but remember, still a tiny house, not a lot of room. This is my kitchen. It's pretty homey. I kind of went for, I dare say, the van life look, but I wanted it to be light, bright, and sort of airy. And the nice thing about it is the military windows are big. They fold out, and I left one over the counter there, and you can see there's the RV door. And I've got two windows to the opposite side. So plenty of natural light here. I did put some over cabinet lighting, glow lighting, as you can see up top, for sort of background ambient light, and plenty of under cabinet lighting as well. Now, the core of the kitchen sort of here is this Dometic range oven combination. You can see that the lid pops up, and there's your burners. And then the oven itself down here, opens up. It's got a light and everything that turns on. Nice unit, plenty of space. Not very big, obviously, because it's an RV oven. I have a very large farmhouse sink over here. It would probably be even large even for a home. Works out pretty good. Water hookup is nice. You got a sprayer on there. This unit right here is my Akuva water filtration system for drinking water. And we'll talk about that probably in a little bit later video. But you can see on the counter, I've got my paper towels set up, toaster and an espresso machine, of course, and all the goodies. Now, having said all this, everything has been secured down for movement. This doesn't move. You can tell it's bolted down. The assorted little odds and ends that are on the counter, I remove and put, honestly, to travel, I put them in the sink. It's the best place to move around. The cabinets up ahead. Here I put everything in. And the shelving, you can see there's some bungee cords that kind of secure it even further. But I put very, very, very strong magnets on these things. And I have found that I've got to pull pretty hard on that thing to open the cabinet. So in any case, cabinets are all organized. Something I did not have before. Gives me a lot of space to keep, whether it's silverware or plates, dry goods over here, cycling water bottles up there, all that good stuff. And you can see in the other cabinets above the range here, I have a microwave oven, and you can see my all plastic glassware above that. I also have the fan here, so I have an exhaust fan on my oven and range. My little technology corner when you come in, and my idea was to put the radio here right across from my RV entrance door, so from outside, and I have outdoor speakers, I can kind of adjust it. But here you see it's a marine unit actually, and then I have my lighting switches here for all my overhead lighting, and a dimmer control for the light I'm going to show you behind me. And then there's the air conditioning, which is a regular house unit that conveniently located in the military M1079 van sort of pod that sticks out the front of the box. It's my little weather station, which you can see right now. It says 84 degrees outside, so that's not too bad, but it's pretty early. I have underneath the counter my Skyroam, which brings in my internet, reminding me of the old Land Rover days. This is my Land Rover bottle opener there. In any case, so that's kind of like the kitchen overview. Now, fridge is underneath the sink. This pulls out. It's a slide out drawers, and now you've got a dual zone Dometic fridge freezer. So there's the fridge on one side and the freezer on the other side. And that just slides right in underneath the sink. I had to work at that primarily because to get clearance for the sink, the drains, and all the plumbing underneath. Now what you can't see is in this space behind here, there is an 80-gallon fresh water tank, and that is when I am not connected to the grid, where the water system for the shower, the kitchen sink, and the bathroom comes from. Now the pump and everything else is located underneath, and what I did was I kind of conveniently put these cabinet fronts on that stick on by magnets. Now it's a mess under there right now because, like I said, not everything is done, but that is where the C-flow pump is located. So, and that goes on, magnetized, and there you go. So once again, cabinet storage underneath here, and I'm super excited about all the storage that I have. Behind the Nespresso machine here, you can see my digital readout from my GoPower inverter charger. This is the command central for all of the electronics inside this unit. Now, basically the unit that's above in this cabinet, and that's a mess still, so like I said, not totally done. That is the inverter for the charge system. That is charging my Battleborn lithium batteries, and it is also doing all the inverter for all the electrical AC outlets on board. All right, now as I pan around looking the other way from the kitchen, you will see sort of what I'm going to call my rest and relaxation desk and table area. So let's first look at the desk. And as I said, I have a full-size iMac over here. The desk folds down. It comes down like this, and there you go. So now you have, this is able to transport. I line this with foam to protect the computer. You can see these orange stools are very nice because they open up and I can store stuff in here. They kind of tuck into the corner here and bungee in place when you're on the road. Above the computer, I wanted to make sure that I had tons of things to charge, camera batteries and electronic equipment and whatnot. So I have these USB outlets. Now I wanted to save storage space, and I'm not a big fan of all these, sort of dinettes that people put in their RVs. They take up a lot of space. So I sit on these stools to work at my desk. I can just close up the desk behind me, spin around, and this table, also magnetized so it doesn't move around in transport, but it pops out, and there you go. Now I have my table and a couple stools, and you can easily fit 3 or 4 people around here to eat at or work at. Gives you plenty of surface area and doesn't take up permanent space, and I can still walk around easily in the kitchen, get access to my refrigerator and everything else. And you can see the TV that's mounted above the desk there. Now, you're probably asking, what the heck is that light? So since I named the truck 3, and there's a couple references to that. One is that it's the 3rd orange truck that I've had, but it's also a sort of a loose reference to the Borg in Star Trek. But this, I think, is a Star Wars sort of themed lamp. It looks kind of cool. I put it in. I may be the only guy on planet Earth that has this installed in an RV. I converted it from, obviously, a house system, put in an LED light and everything else, but you can kind of see it. It opens up. All right, moving on from the kitchen, I'm going to show you my WC water closet, aka the bathroom. All right, so this room is a mere 40 by 40 inches, I think. So it'll be a little tough for me to get in here to film this, but you can kind of see that it has a cabinet here with under cabinet storage. The sink kind of mirrors the theme of the kitchen a little bit, and over that is a mirrored vanity cabinet. If I turn around here, I have a Dometic toilet. This one, unlike the one in my trailer, has an electronic flush, and it actually has a porcelain bowl as well. So you can see when you push the button here, the water flows in. It is a cassette toilet that has about a 7-gallon tank, And I find that it lasts, anywhere from 5 to 6 days usually. And then cabinet storage is nice. You open that up. What I did kind of here was put everything in these bins, and then I've put some railing here to secure them. So during transport, and once again, these also have strong magnets on the doors. So nothing really has gone anywhere, even when I took the truck off-road, believe it or not. And then underneath here, same thing, and I kind of went with the bungee cords. All right, moving down the hallway from the water closet bathroom area, we enter what I refer to as my shower and wardrobe area. So once again, I want to remind you, I wanted a full-size shower. So you'll see that I have a 32 by 32 inch shower base. At the back of the shower is a max air vent. It's one of 3 actually that are on board the truck. It has a light, as you can see around it. There's another light here in the shower. Full rain head, and you can kind of see that it has all the benefits and amenities that you would find in any home shower. It also has a full glass door, and I put the glass door on kind of because I wanted to make sure that it still felt sort of open, since after all, it is still a tiny house, small areas. Across from the shower area is my wardrobe, and you can see one of the doors is also mirrored. You can kind of see the shower area behind that, but that kind of makes that space in between sort of a dressing area, and makes it feel a little bit larger because of the mirror. Now, it's a little unorganized right now, but you can see when I open up the doors, I've got ample space to hang clothing up top, and as I pan down, you can see I've got drawers that pull out, and down below an area to put shoes and whatnot. So way more space than I had before. These are slide outs. They're all soft closed doors, and of course strong magnets on everything. So in transport, nothing moves around. So from the shower to the wardrobe right here, you'll see in between I have sort of a pull-out door, and this opens up. This is the storage underneath the bed. Not very glamorous, but it's a great place to put dirty laundry. And I store my vacuum cleaner, extra paper towels, toilet paper and whatnot under there. That's very light. Now, the Stewart Stevenson came with basically a 12-foot box, and I extended the box another 5 feet off the back of the truck in order to build what I call the bedroom. And you can see when you're looking into the bedroom from the wardrobe area, I built some built-ins behind the headboard, put in my AC outlets, plenty of places, USB ports to charge. And you can see as I pan around here that it is a full-size bed. It's got 2 windows on opposite sides for ventilation, and then up above here you've got a big max air vent fan that works fantastic, to be honest with you. Over here I have a cabinet above the feet, and it's not very organized, but I can show you inside. You know me, always wearing a hat. A lot of hats in there. Once again, all magnetized, so nothing moves in transport. This little monster here, that's Stewart. He's the dinosaur that travels with me. Windows are awesome. They have both blinds, and if you go all the way up that screen, you can let the screen down, and then they open up to multiple settings, and oof, it's hot out there. So we're going to close that window back up. And this is my view, sort of looking down from my bedroom down through the rest of the house to the kitchen area. You can kind of see as I turn around there is my front door. You might have noticed by now, holdovers from the Overland Expedition trailer. I used the exact same ceiling, and if I pan down below, I also used the exact same floor. Now, most of the materials that are installed in here are not wood-based, number one. So either plastic, the ceiling is like vinyl, the flooring also is vinyl plank flooring. Very conducive to varying temperatures, humidity levels. Everything in here has a latch on it. So in transport, swing around here, and these cabinets here open up and latch down for transport.
All the lighting is LED, as you can see, and these lights, although they're on switches, are also all touch lights, so they can go on and off by touching, and if you hold it down, they dim. Thanks for watching today. That is the tour of the inside of my new home. Coming up in future videos, I'm going to be talking about building out what was a very Spartan cab in the Stewart Stevenson, totally redoing the inside. Going to be showing you that. I've got an install on the roof of the Renogy solar panel system, and I'm going to be doing some awning installs on the outside and some exterior lighting and a whole mess of other things. If you've got questions about today's video, leave them down below in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them. And once again, thanks for watching. See you real soon. Thanks for watching this video. If you like what we're doing, be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the truck and tree symbol to your right. Once again, thanks and hope to see you soon.